Hey y'all, it's your Southern Lesbian here. Welcome back. It's nice to see you. No, seriously, thank you so much to those of you who chimed in last week, commented, contributed. You get it, you get it. Yay, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of us, honestly. What kind of week have y'all had? It was real weird kind of in the weekend, and then the beginning of the week, I feel like just gangbusters. Just the energy is just like so good. It's so good. It's starting to turn, it feels like. I pulled a few of my lesbian friends and just asked them, like, what do y'all want to hear? Really? Like, I can throw out topics, but what do y'all want to hear? Overwhelmingly, this is pretty funny too. Y'all said dating. And I'm like, okay, mature lesbians, it does get more challenging to date. I'll say that for sure. I'm not sure that I'm qualified to talk on this. Really gonna need your help this week. Where did all the lesbians go? That's what kept being said to me as I was asking this in the meetups and whatnot. Oh, by the way, hi, I'm Ashley, for those of y'all that don't know me. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm just getting conversation going. So please follow along, contribute. This is an interactive podcast. Please share your thoughts below because I'm only one lesbian, okay? I'm just trying to get conversation started here. It might be a little fluffy topics at the beginning, but we'll get in there. We'll get into some meatier stuff. Y'all just hang with me, bear with me. As I was at the meetup and I was just throwing it out to people, you know, they just kept saying, well, where did all the lesbians go? I mean, we're in a meetup and I'm like, well, you're a lesbian. I think you're a lesbian. I'm not sure about you. Anyway, y'all get it, whatever. And don't you dare say, I'm at home with my wife, snuggled up on the sofa. F you. All right, let me back up a second. I'm a Gen X lesbian, okay? So in the 2000s, let's say, early aughts, shall we say, in Los Angeles, when I was really out there in the dating scene, there were 5 lesbian bars that I could hit a week. And me and my little posse, my little JLC posse, man, we hit them all. 5 nights a week, y'all. 5 nights a week. There was a different bar. It was crazy. It was either, you know, some of them might have been little pop-ups, but we had a lot of fun. So now, I look around and you younger lesbians, I'm really like, where are y'all meeting people? Other than the meetups, I mean, I've talked about that in the last episode and elsewhere. The meetups are freaking fantastic. But other than that, I mean, the dating apps, well, I mean, I feel like the dating apps are good if you're looking for a certain something. Y'all tell me, I don't know. I'm really ever been on like Hinge. And I think I did Match once and it's so hard for me to tell by just looking at your picture, and you could be a stunner. You could be so gorgeous. I have no idea if I'm interested in you. None. I'm a, what do you call that? Sapiosexual lesbian. By the way, y'all, I just learned out what pansexual was. I mean, this is where I'm gonna need y'all's help. The younger lesbians and the younger gays, I am doing my best to keep up. And I promise you, the other mature lesbians, we are doing the best to keep up. So sometimes we're gonna need you to explain it to us like we're freaking 3-year-olds. I'm not kidding. So, pansexual, there you go. It just means, for those of y'all mature like me, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's just that gender doesn't matter who you're attracted to, right? You can be attracted to anybody, any gender. That's the way I understood it. Yeah, that's not me. That's not me. But y'all are welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. And thank you even to the straight folks who joined last week who said that they were hoping to learn a thing or two. Hope we can teach you. And I promise I'll have some guests on so you're not just hearing it from this guy. Anyway, here we go. Oh my God. Okay, one more thing really quickly, y'all, before we dive in. I was listening to Chelsea Handler's podcast earlier. Do y'all follow her? I love her, right? I'm obsessed with her. I just think she's so damn funny, and I love her little podcast also. She takes callers and she, you know, tries to help people out, and invariably, she's got a huge gay following because she's just a big diva, right? So God bless her, and lesbians. But she takes calls from people, and usually a lot of the times the calls are about sex situations, and it's just freaking hysterical to hear her give feedback, but she's very good at it. Today, I don't know how it came up, but oh, I know. There was a girl that called in that was talking about she had never had an orgasm with her boyfriend, and they'd been together like 11 years or something crazy. Husband, never had an orgasm. Didn't want to tell him. Fine. They started talking about vibrators and so on and so forth, and Chelsea chimes in and says something about, why don't you just fantasize? Why don't you just, you know? And she's like, who doesn't do that a little bit? And I was like, oh, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Somebody else on the podcast asked her, well, what do you fantasize about? She's like, well, porn scenes of things that I've seen before. And I was like, here she goes, y'all. Sure as shit. Somebody asked her, well, what kind of porn, Chelsea? She goes, well, who doesn't like a little lesbian porn? And I was like, oh my God, one of the straightest women on the planet who dates black men and others, but freaking hysterical, right? You just never know. I loved it. I was like doing my little dancing background, like score one for us. We got some Chelsea on our team. Anyway, she ain't on our team, but she is definitely an ally and she loves her some lesbian sex. Who knew? I love you, Chelsea. God forbid this ever makes it back into your hands. I fucking love you. Anyway, y'all, let's move on, shall we? Where did all the lesbians go? Where are y'all? We've established that some of y'all are at home with your wives being jerks. Just kidding. You can still comment from the sofa in your undies. Just saying. Feel free to chime in below and help out the baby gays and help out me. Introduce us to your friends. You can do that from home on your sofa. You don't have to get up and risk an injury. I know you're getting older, but God forbid, let me not let you overstrain yourself by trying to help us other lesbians out. I'm gonna roll today, y'all. I hadn't even had on my coffee. Back to when I was coming up, because I have to reminisce a little bit. Y'all, there's Gen Xers on here. I have to reminisce. In education for y'all youngins. So Dinah Shore. There was Dinah Shore, and there still is Dinah Shore. And I'm telling y'all, if you're a younger lesbian, please go to Dinah Shore at least once in your life, because it is the most incredible scene you'll ever witness, right? Just lesbians, as far as the eye can see, in the pools, up on podiums dancing, tossing floats in the water at each other, music, people on stage. It's lesbian spring break is what it is. And it's in Palm Springs, California. Y'all probably already know that. All the lesbians know about Dinah Shore, and most of them have been, I think. But good Lord, that's a fun time if you've never been. Oh, so I've also met a lot of people that I dated, and sometimes this is good, sometimes this is not good, but through work, because you're sharing a common interest, right? Oftentimes you get to see people in the trenches and in the tough situations, and that's attractive, if they carry themselves through a hard time and really shine or really still help the company. And as long as they're not working for you, I did learn that lesson, or you're working for them. Y'all, I live and I learn. That's all I can say. But work, I do find that if you have stuff in common, or you have a shared goal, or if you have a shared enemy boss, or whatever it is, y'all find each other, and then it just sort of magically happens. So that's one way to meet people, or if y'all are out and about. Through friends, I just mentioned this. Come on, y'all. If you know some good, solid lesbians, then you gotta send them this way. You gotta, because we're gonna try to connect people here too. Yeah, ask your friends. Have y'all ever asked your friends to set you up? I have. Let me tell you how great it went. God, y'all, one was terrible. But I appreciate my friends trying. I appreciate them doing that. I don't think they'll ever do it again, but I appreciate them doing it. And yes, I would absolutely put it out there again. So which apps are the best? Let's walk through that. This is, again, interactive. Y'all type below, tell me, what are the best apps for lesbians? And where are you when you say that? I sit today in London town. Y'all, I think there's 2 meetups tonight. 2! Can you believe that? How freaking cool. Well, one's a meetup, one is not actually. One's a Facebook group. I'm bouncing around, I'm so sorry. What apps? So I've used Hinge, like I said, and I like Hinge because it feels, I don't know, you don't go too deep, because any of that stuff that's on an app, once again, I feel like people are showing you what they want to show you. And until you get in front of them, it's kind of like, well, I don't know. It's hard. And if you're not smiling in any of your pictures, if you're trying to be all serious, I don't know if you have teeth. So I'm not going to swipe on you. Just saying. If you are instantly tell me a list of all of the don'ts. Don't be blah, blah, blah. Don't be blah, blah, blah. Well, you sound kind of negative. Just saying. Don't do that. Put your positives, list what you are looking for. List what you enjoy doing. I'm a lesbian who enjoys great old rock and roll music, horses, as we know, dogs, nature. I love. Nothing makes me happier than being out in a deep wooded forest on a horseback, or walking with a dog or a girlfriend. I enjoy working on properties. Like, I really freaking love it. I love turning properties. I love seeing that transformation happen. You know, this is not my house. This is somebody else's house that I'm at right now. You know, I do love transforming a space, but things like that, you know, you gotta show a little bit inside of your personality too. I'm very spiritual. I love my friends. I love to help my friends when I can. And they in turn have helped me a lot. Y'all, I'm in the process of trying to full-time move to the UK, and my friends, God bless them, they are turning over some stones. It means a lot to have community. Once again, it all comes back to community, because these aren't people that I've known for terribly long. But there's something about the gay community, the lesbian community, and how we just have that instant connection. We have that instant knowing of what each other has been through. Even if you've not been, God forbid, I hope you haven't been physically injured, or even if you haven't been horribly verbally maligned. All of us have faced some discrimination in one sense or the other, or just felt really repressed, like you're just surrounded by communities where you know you can't speak up. You know you can't be your full self. You know your authentic self is not allowed a seat at that table, right? That's what I'm talking about. It's very important, y'all. Whether it be through the apps, whether it be through the meetups, whether it be through work, whether it be online. How are y'all doing this? And are you doing it? Are you being brave? Are you taking steps to meet people and form community? It's very important. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I think that too, after my priority here. So the way the world's going right now, what you younger gays and lesbians are facing right now, I mean, this world it's off its rocker right now. It's come off the hinges, right? My British friend that I'm staying here says it's off its trolley. I don't know, it's pretty cute. I've never seen anything like, none of us have ever seen anything like this, right? Basically since around like 2016, we started seeing things kind of dumpster fire. Not just in the States, y'all. I mean, it's happening here too. I'm hearing conversations from the folks here are just so frustrated with the way the governments are running things. So we've learned, can't rely on the government for what we need at this point in life, right? We got to figure it out for ourselves. Got to be our own advocates for healthcare. Can't rely on the healthcare system, because why? We're all about money. We're all about making a buck. So long story short, when we build community, I think we're starting to see, as movements have been happening on social platforms, that we're much stronger together. So that's what I'm asking us to do here. Basically, it's like, let's start sharing resources. Be they dating, be they who does your fucking hair, if that's somebody you love. I don't care. All I'm saying is, let's start participating and let's start building, growing, bonding together, because I just have a feeling over the next few years, it's going to continue. You know, books being banned, the shit that's gone down in Florida. I mean, thank God Ron DeSantis is out of the presidential race, but I'm not sure we're still in any better scenario. What that man has done to Florida and the gay community there, what the hell? Who gives you the right, really, as a human being? Who gives you the fucking right? Just saying, it gets me a little fired up. So, TikTok, that's the other thing. So they've been talking about, you know, forcing a sale of TikTok. Y'all, I don't know. I don't like the way that's headed. Again, they're just looking for control. They're looking to be able to control that platform, and it scares the crap out of me, doesn't it, y'all? Hence again, why I think this needs to live on YouTube just for right now. Who knows where it's gonna go, but let's keep it on YouTube for now. Also, YouTube is very SEO friendly, right? So if people are looking for topics, they'll be able to find what we're talking about, what we're commenting, information that y'all are sharing, that we're sharing together. Did we learn anything today? I don't know if we did. Again, I'm all over the place today and I apologize for it. Wanted to mention a couple other things. Okay, so back to the apps for a second. So a friend here in London, I actually met her through a meetup group that she was running, but it was basically a meetup that was an anti-movement, I guess you could say, to the apps. It was a meetup specifically for singles to meet up in real life, because most of the meetups are just like, lesbians, join. Doesn't matter, you know, if you're coupled up or not. This was specifically for singles. I didn't know that. I showed up and told everybody I was looking for friends and they got pissed at me. But she didn't, because she's lovely. So what she told me that she was having problems with in organizing that, though, is that, all right, and this is gonna get sticky, y'all, but let's talk about it, right? So I guess a few people from the trans community wanted to join in. Fine, great. Some people who are trans do identify now as lesbian. That's great. That's fine. So they were coming to this, and there's trans people I think are pretty accepted here in London. She said that she was having a lot of pushback from the lesbians, like, we don't want, we want real lesbians. If we're a lesbian and we're attracted to another woman, this doesn't work for us. And so she got so frustrated with all the back and forth that was happening that she stopped the group. That really bums me out. It's like, come on, y'all. Can't we all get along? If you don't want to date a trans person, don't date a trans person. Go find your own person. Why you got to yammer on about what this person's doing? I mean, if we cannot get along within our own community, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I get that we want some things that are specifically for lesbian. If you're there to meet a lesbian, you want to meet a lesbian. Okay, so if that person didn't show up that day, would you have still met your wife? Probably not. You didn't meet her that day. I'm just saying. Y'all calm down. I love you, but let's all calm down. And honestly, I get asked questions sometimes just because I am vocal about being an open lesbian. People will come up to me and ask me questions about the trans community. What do you think about so-and-so? I don't know. I'm not trans. So this is where I'm acknowledging y'all. It does get weird sometimes that we are all grouped together, right? I can't answer a question for y'all as what a gay man would do. The trans is a whole nother level that I've never thought about. It's never occurred to me to try to be trans. I don't feel called to it or compelled to it. So I think that's where, y'all just got to ask the trans community how they feel about those things. I will do my best to speak on behalf of the trans friends that I have, but I might get it wrong. I don't know. But it is weird sometimes to be LGBTQIA ... and we're just like, whew. But the one thing I will say is that we are strength in numbers, and as we're coming together, let's keep that in mind. Let's embrace all of our LGBTQIA ... community. Yeah, share resources, man. Because again, things are okay. I'm physically fine right now at this second, but I just feel like some shit's about to hit the fan, y'all. So let's keep talking. Bookmark this or whatever you need to do. Subscribe, that's the word. Y'all, I'm a Gen X lesbian. Just help me out here. And keep showing up. Let's keep talking. Let's get some topics. Y'all feel free to throw out topics too that you want to chat about. There's something that's, burning for you that we need to discuss. Let's do that. I will have other people on. Y'all will not have to just listen to me rant the whole time, but for right now, this is where we are. And I am so appreciative of you. Thank you so much for showing up. Y'all have a great week. I'll see you next time.